Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Tappan Street Gymnasium in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some top quality high school boys volleyball. Today's contestants, we've got the hosting Brookline High Warriors in the white jerseys to my left. And over on the right in the red jerseys, we've got the visiting Natick High Redhawks. It's a marquee matchup here today at Tappan Gym between two top 10 programs in the state. According to the Boston Globe rankings, which came out on Sunday, most recent rankings, the Brookline Warriors stand at 9-2 on the season and are ranked number 4 in the state. Meanwhile, the Redhawks of Natick High stand with a 8-3 record and are ranked 9th in the state of Massachusetts. So two top flight programs, that's not an exaggeration, it's not an embellishment, the rankings bear it out. These are two top flight programs, and this should be some top flight volleyball that we're going to see here today. So as you can see from the score clock at the top of the screen, we've got a little over 14 minutes before this game gets underway. It was pushed a little further back from its original start time. So in the meantime, I'll just give a quick rundown of the rosters of these two teams, and then we'll probably go to a mute break before the start of this contest. So we'll start with the visiting Redhawks of Natick High School. One of their two liberos, number 1, Zachary Kwan. Another one of their liberos who wears the number 2 jersey as a libero, but wears the number 13 ordinarily, is Andrew Cho. And just to clarify, Kwan wears number 24 when he's not playing the libero position. Number 5 is Harrison Landry. Number 6, Dominic Chan. Number 7, David Massa. Number 10, Luke Rossi. Number 12, Dylan Wireman. Number 17, Kendall Jackson. Number 18, Justin Landis. Number 20, Garrett Schmid. And number 30, Jacob Aronov. And now as those Natick Redhawks warm up, we take a quick look at the Brookline roster. First off, wearing number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Next, number 2, Corey Zetto. Number 28, Nikhil Wong. Number 16, Wes Price. Number 23, Toby Mendels. Number 3, Kota Sukada. Number 14, Adam Denker. Number 1, Jacob Smagula. Number 8, Fletcher Poon. Number 15, Briano Ufano Dem. Number 11, Kevin Lee. Number 18, Julian Vesneski. Number 31, Charlie Perdue. Number 32, Cam Gilek. And number 27, Jason Rich. Also on the roster I have been given but without a jersey number is Stanley Peng. So if I've got any jersey numbers for any players on either side inaccurately, or if I'm flubbing the pronunciation of anybody's names, I highly encourage anyone watching, be they Brookline parents, Natick parents, what have you, to please let me know in the live chat. Please correct me. I want to give as accurate a representation of these young men as possible. So if I'm getting anything wrong, do not hesitate to tell me. But in the meantime, we've got a little over 11 minutes left before this match gets underway. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, and I'll be back with the start of this match after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello again, and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am here to bring you live coverage of this high school boys volleyball matchup between two top 10 teams in the state of Massachusetts, the hosting 4th-ranked Brookline High Warriors and the visiting 9th-ranked Natick High Redhawks. We got a real marquee matchup here today. And as you can see from the clock, we are getting close to the start of game time. Should be a good one here. We'll see what these two squads are able to do. The Natick squad sending out their starting 6. Looks to be number 20, Garrett Schmid, number 17, Kendall Jackson, number 7, David Massa, and now they're huddling up the whole squad, so I can't quite tell, but it looks like they're going to at some point sub in their libero, number 1, Zachary Kwan. You can see the Redhawks huddling up in their red jerseys on my right, while Brookline huddles up in their white jerseys on my left. The Warriors 9-2, the Redhawks 8-3. A win for either squad against a marquee opponent like this could be huge. And you can see both teams absolutely hyped. They're making their push for better seeding in the upcoming tournaments. And looking at the starting 6 for Brookline, looks like we got number 8, Fletcher Poon, number 14, Adam Danker, number 18, Julian Vesneski, number 28, Nikhil Wong, number 1, Jacob Smagula, and number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. On Natick's side, we got number 20, Garrett Schmid, number 17, Kendall Jackson, number 7, David Massa, number 1, Zachary Kwan, number 12, Dylan Wireman, and number 30, Jacob Aronov. Looks like Aronov will get the opening serve for the visiting Redhawks here in the first set. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gym. Happy to bring you this top flight boys volleyball matchup between two top 10 programs. There's the opening whistle. We're about ready to get underway. And here we go. Aronov's serve is away. It's taken by Poon, set by Wong. Spike by Poon, goes to the far line and too far. And so the first point is taken by the Redhawks. A nice idea by Poon to try and go over the blockers, but just a little too much mustard on that one. It goes long and Natick takes the first point. Aronov back on serve, taken again by Poon, set by Wong, the spike by Danker this time. And they're gonna say along again. It was close to going off the fingertips of the blockers, but that presence up front by Natick is forcing mistakes out of the Brookline hitters early. 2-0 Redhawks here in the opening set. Aronov still on serve. Up and away it goes. This time received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spike Vesneski, taken by Kwan, followed up by Aronov, bumped over by Massa. It's going far back, and it's just going to be watched, and that's going to go out, and Brookline has their first point. Smart watch by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. And now it'll be Fletcher Poon on the first serve for Brookline. Natick leads 2-1 here in the first set. Poon brings his running serve, and it's whiffed. Bit too close together there were Zachary Kwan and David Massa. So Poon opens up his service stint with an ace and ties this game up at 2 apiece. His next serve goes low but taken out by Kwan, followed up by Massa, hit over by Jackson, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is taken by Jackson, but not well enough. But wait, they're going to say it's a point to Natick. I think they called some sort of illegal move on Orlando Milbauer. They're saying he bumped into the side cushioning, I guess, that the official is sitting in. So Orlando Milbauer making sure to clarify with the official for future plays, as an unfortunate misunderstanding there gives Natick the point. 3-2. On serve now is Massa. David Massa serves it over. Taken by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Vesneski is deflected and then taken by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spike by Jackson is taken by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon. He just sort of taps it over. Taken by Massa, followed up by Aronov. Tapped over by Schmid, and he gets the point there. Slightly off the fingertips, I think, of Orlando Milbauer, and then Smagula couldn't follow it up. A nice savvy tap by Garrett Schmid on that one. Natick takes the 4-2 lead. Massa back on serve. Serves it up and over. Received by Poon. Set by Wong. Spike by Denker is blocked, but Denker sends it right over. Taken by Kwan, but no, they're going to call a double hit on Denker. It was blocked right back in his face. And while he tried to keep it alive, I guess he committed the double hit. Or they're saying it's a point to Brookline, so I guess Natick committed the double hit. Okay, so a bit of confusion up in my end on that one, my mistake. Brookline gets the point. The score is 4-3, and it'll be Jacob Smagula on serve for the Warriors. Sends it up and over, and it's taken by Massa, followed up by Aronov. Spike by Jackson, goes wide. Kendall Jackson tried to deliver the cross-court laser there, but again, just a little too much air under that one. And it goes past the sideline. We're all squared at 4 apiece. Smagula brings the serve. It's received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Jackson taps it, blocked back by Vesneski. Natick trying to recover. Spiked again by Jackson, taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, and that one drops perfectly. Zachary Orlando Milbauer with really one of the first clean kills of the day. I think he had one a couple points ago. So right now Orlando Milbauer has been the most accurate hitter. We've seen a number of errors so far, almost what I would call forced errors, just by the strong presence up front by both squads. Brookline 5-4, Smagula the serve. It's taken and then set by Aronov. Spike, and it's recovered by Smagula, set by Wong, tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, saved by Aronov, followed up by Kwan. Spike by Jackson is dug out by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, caught the back line, and he gets another kill. Zachary Orlando Milbauer off to a hot start right now. Brookline now leading 6-4. Smagula back on serve. Sends it up and over again, but too far. The faulty serve makes it 6-5. And from one libero to another, this is now Zachary Kwan on serve for the Redhawks. Kwan sends it up and over, off the net cord for an ace. Nikhil Wong tried to take a desperate swipe at it around the net after it hit the cord, but nothing doing there. We're all squared at 6. Kwan another serve, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Quick spike by Wes Price, gets the kill. Garrett Schmid and Luke Rossi were at the net to try and block that one. But Price gets the penetration off that hit and gives Brookline back the lead 7-6. Checking in for Brookline and taking the serve will be number 3, Kota Sukada. Sukada the serve, taken by Jackson, set by Aronov, tapped over by Jackson, and they couldn't block it right. Wes Price and Nikhil Wong were at the net, and Price was signaling my bad because he knows he got his hands on it, but just didn't get the right angle. Dropped a little too far low, and Natick gets the point. All squared at 7. The serve from Schmid is taken by Smagula, kept in play by Wong, but not enough. They're going to say he hit the net, or it was a double hit. Eight to 7, Natick leads. Schmid back on serve. Up and over it goes. Taken by Smagula again. Set by Wong. The spike by Poon goes into the net. No good. 9-7 now. The visiting Redhawks have a slight advantage here in the first set. Garrett Schmid serving. It's returned awkwardly, followed up by Price, tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, diving save by Schmid, followed up by Aronoff. The spike by Jackson. What a laser from Kendall Jackson. No one was at the net to meet him, and he took advantage. 10-7, Natick leads. They have scored, I believe, 4 unanswered points on Brookline. Schmid the serve, and it's an ace. Bit of confusion there between Jacob Smagula and Kota Sukata. And it's now 11-7. Natick on a good streak here with the serves of Garrett Schmid. He sends this one over, and it's another ace. Sukata couldn't get that one cleanly. Bounced off the side of his arm. (12-7). Natick now leads Brookline. Schmid, another serve, taken by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, well placed. Orlando Milbauer biting back for Brookline. Garrett Schmid tried for the diving dig there, but couldn't quite reach it. Well placed, way to make something out of nothing by Zachary Orlando Milbauer, as the set was not quite placed where he might have wanted, but placed the tap nicely. Now he serves, received by Jackson, set by Harrison Landry. Spike by Jackson, was that in? They say it caught the sideline. No. Yes, in fact, they do say point for Natick off that one. Another laser from the outside hitter, Kendall Jackson. And it'll be Jackson on serve now, his team leading 13-8. And he serves this one long. Jackson brings a high toss and a running start to his serve. It can certainly be intimidating seeing something like that, but that time it just flies out. Now checking in for Brookline, we have number 14, Adam Denker, and number 27, Jason Rich, as they replace, I believe, Smagula and Price. Rich on the serve, and he gets an ace off of that one. Kwan couldn't receive that one properly, and now the score is 13-10 as Brookline trying to make their comeback. Rich on serve again, taken by Kwan, followed up by Landry. Spike, kept alive, followed up by Sukata, hit over by Orlando Milbauer, but long. A great diving dig by Zachary Orlando Milbauer to keep that ball in play. But nothing doing there. Ultimately, his third hit was too far. 14-10, and they've got number 10, Luke Rossi on serve. This one drops low, but dug out by Milbauer. Sent over on 2 by Nikhil Wong, but now they recover. The spike goes through. That was David Massa. Nikhil Wong was trying to block that one, but couldn't get the angle. 15-10 now the score in favor of Natick. Luke Rossi back on serve, his team leading by 5 here in the first set. We got a bit of a pause here as the officials discuss some things. Served by Rossi, taken short by Denker, followed up by Wong. Long spike from Orlando Milbauer is recovered, followed up by Landry. Spike by Massa, deflected, and then taken by Sukata, followed up by Orlando Milbauer. Tapped over by Poon, taken by Jackson. Set by Landry, sent over by Wireman, but goes wide. Dylan Wireman tried to go for a bit of a roll shot there, but missed wide, and so it'll be 15-11 as Nikhil Wong takes over on the serve for Brookline. Wong with the serve, taken by Massa, set by Landry. Spike, no, tap by Massa, taken out by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike by Poon, that'll go for the kill. A nice spike by Fletcher Poon. That one was a textbook play there. Receiver to setter to hitter. 15-12 the score here in the first set as we go into a timeout. And how about just how closely matched these two teams are early? This match living up to its marquee billing thus far. Once again, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this boys volleyball match between the number 4 Brookline Warriors and the number 9 Natick Redhawks. There is the buzzer as we get ready to come out of the timeout. You see the Warriors breaking their huddle while the Redhawks break theirs. One thing that's easy to note is the intensity of these two squads as they are making the noise here in Tappan Street Gym as it reverberates throughout the area. Keel Wong on the serve out of the timeout, and his serve goes long. Sort of a matrix dodge there by David Massa as he let that one go. Natick takes the first point out of the timeout, 16-12. Those are the kind of points you don't want to be giving your opponent in volleyball. You don't want to give them a free pass without having to hit anything. Returning to the serve will be Jacob Aronov. Aronov sends it up and over. Dug out by Orlando Milbauer. Followed up awkwardly by Wong. Tapped over by Poon. Dug out by Kwan. Followed up by Aronov. Spike by Schmid. Recovered by Wong. Followed up by Smagula. Left hand hit by Vesneski. Followed up by Schmid. Then Aronov. Spike by Massa. Missed long. I don't know how the officials saw that one. That was a laser. I'm not even sure if I moved my camera fast enough. But either way, the spike by David Massa misses long. Fletcher Poon back on serve for Brookline. 16-13, the Natick lead. Poon sends it up and over and long. Brookline's got to fix the accuracy on their serves if they're going to get back in this one. As now Massa takes over for Natick. Up and over it goes, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer with the spike, and he hits it along the sideline for the kill. And then he checks out in favor of Jason Rich. Or not, as it is Wes Price who comes in. It'll be Smagula on serve for the Warriors. They trail Natick 17-14 here in the first set. Smagula's serve, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov. The tap over by Wireman, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spike by Orlando Milbauer. I thought he checked out, but he's still in. Now it's tapped over by Jackson, taken by Wong, spike on 2 by Price. Again, the players catching the cameraman, namely me, off guard. 17-15 after the nice kill by Wes Price. Smagula back on serve, sends it up and over, taken by Kwan, followed up by Aronov. Spike by Jackson, deflected by Vesneski, then taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Vesneski winds up, roll shot, taken by Kwan, followed up awkwardly by Aronov, and they can't get it over. The roll shot by Julian Vesneski was awkwardly received by Zachary Kwan, and that started Natick on the path to disaster on that one. 17-16 the score. Smagula back on serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Massa, followed up by Aronov. A bit of confusion, but Schmid hits it over. Taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer is blocked, but blocked wide. We've got a tie game here in the first set. Smagula getting ready to serve again. They've been getting a number of points off his serves. Tied at 17 as it's dug out by Kwan, followed up by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, a laser to the hardwood. And Natick immediately takes back the lead. The power of Kendall Jackson on those spikes from the outside hitter position. He and Zachary Orlando Milbauer have just been trading haymakers here in this first set. As Zachary Kwan lines up for the serve for Natick. It's taken by Poon, set by Wong, quickly hit over by Price, dug out by Aronov, followed up awkwardly by Kwan, and then hit over by Rossi. Taken by Poon, set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer, another spike, and that can't be dug out. It goes off the wall. David Massa made an attempt there, but nothing doing, and it's another kill for Zachary Orlando Milbauer. All squared at 18 as Kota Sukada checks in favor of Julian Vesneski. It'll be Sukada on the serve. 18 all here in the first set. Sukada on the serve, and that's going to go long. Again, the service struggles coming back to hurt Brookline as Natick takes back the lead 19-18. Garrett Schmid will be back on serve for Natick. They had a nice streak of points off his serves last time. Up and over this one goes. Received by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, but wide. It was a long second hit that Wong had to make, and it was just slightly off kilter, and Orlando Milbauer couldn't make the angle out of it. 20-18, Schmid back on serve. Up and over it goes, taken awkwardly by Poon, followed up by Orlando Milbauer, bumped over by Wong, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov. Jackson taps it over, and it cannot be blocked. Wong got a piece of it, but at the wrong angle, and now Natick takes a 21-18 lead, and Brookline calls timeout. Hard-fought first set here at Tappan Street Gym, but Natick starting to regain the momentum in the later stages of this set. And actually, correction, the score is 21-17, not 21-18. Though I'm not sure how. I thought for sure. It's hard to keep track of all these points. And I guess there was some kind of discrepancy on the scoreboard, and so the score will be 21-17. If I am Brookline coach Dana Jones, then what I'm telling my team is when you get those points back and you get back on serve, get those serves in. Doesn't matter if they're the most well-placed, doesn't matter if they're the most powerful. If you get the serve in, you have a chance at the point, and you need to get service points to win in volleyball. It is impossible to win without them. Out of the timeout we come. 21-17, Natick leads here in the first set. Garrett Schmid getting another streak of points on serve. This one up and over, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Sukada, roll shot, dug out by Schmid, followed up by Aronov. Tap by Jackson, and well placed, and it could not be dug out. For a second, it looked like that one might not go over the net, and yet it does. 22-17 the lead. Schmid still on serve. Up and over it goes, taken by Smagula, a little close to the net, and the spike is blocked. A nice effort by Luke Rossi at the net as he rejected the spike from Wes Price. 23-17, Natick 2 points away from taking the first set. Schmid sends it up and over, taken awkwardly by Orlando Milbauer, followed up by Wong. Orlando Milbauer, the spike, he hits the corner. Brookline back on serve, and this set's not over yet. 23-18 as we got a couple of subs checking in for Natick. This is number 5, Harrison Landry, and number 6, Dominic Chan, replacing Aronov and Schmid. Serving for Brookline will be Zachary Orlando Milbauer. The score is 23-18 in favor of Natick. And Brookline needs some service points in the worst way. This serve is taken by Kwan, followed up by Landry. Spike from Chan is received awkwardly by Smagula. It bounces off the pipes and cannot be followed up. That's just the weird roof structure here at Tappan Street Gym. Up in the roof, you got a bunch of pipes flying around, and if you hit one, it's probably going to bounce at a weird angle. Set point for Natick. Kendall Jackson on the serve. He sends this one up and over and long. So Brookline gets a freebie there. And they got a couple of new players checking in. This is Jason Rich and Adam Denker replacing Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. So Rich will be taking the serves for Brookline here. He sends this one up and over. It's taken by Quan, set by Landry. The spike, and that's done. Luke Rossi gets the last point of the set, and Natick takes it 25-19. The Red Hawks, aiming for the upset win, take the first set and the 1-0 lead here in the match. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live from Tappan Street Gym. I'll be back with the second set of this match after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm here live at Tappan Street Gymnasium in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm here to bring you live coverage of this high school boys volleyball game between two top 10 teams in the state of Massachusetts. We have the home team, the number 4 Brookline Warriors, and the visitors, the number 9 Natick Red Hawks. The Red Hawks took the first set by a score of 25-19. So they hold the lead 1-0 in this best-of-5 match. If I'm looking at Brookline, there's two things I would say they need to improve in order to turn things around. And granted, this is just coming from the announcer. This isn't coming from an expert, but to me, it seems like, one, they got to improve the consistency on their serves. You can't give your opponent free points off a faulty serve. And second is they got to improve their presence around the net. I mean, some really strong blocking in that first set from Natick's players like Luke Rossi and Kendall Jackson and David Massa. They were really strong around the net, and it forced Brookline to engage in some hitting angles that they might not have wanted. And if they weren't able to set up the ideal play, then they were going to get the ball right back in their face a lot of times. Meanwhile, in the mid and later stages of the set, the Natick hitters were able to really just kind of go off, as Brookline wasn't able to keep up a strong presence around the net. So those are two things they'll definitely want to improve on as we head into the second set. And first serve for Brookline will go to number 28, Nikhil Wong. Also on the floor for Brookline, we've got Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Jacob Smagula, Fletcher Poon, Julian Vesneski, and Adam Denker. Wong gets ready for the first serve of the second set. Up and over it goes. Taken by David Massa, followed up by Aronov. Spike by Massa is kept alive by Orlando Milbauer, but bounces awkwardly off the roof and cannot be followed up. Powerful spike from David Massa to earn the first point. 1-0 now the Natick lead. Massa after the kill follows up with the serve. It's dug out by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Tapped over by Poon, received by Massa, set by Aronov. Spike by Schmid is taken by Orlando Milbauer, followed up by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer goes long. 2-0, Natick leads. Massa brings another serve. Received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Vesneski, dug out by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson. Looks like it was kept alive by Wong, but they're going to say that's a double hit. At least I think that's what they called. 3-0. The Red Hawks now lead, and Massa still on serve. Massa's serve taken by a little too far by Poon. They keep it alive after the tap back, and then Poon taps it over. Received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Spike by Jackson is blocked right back in his face. Adam Denker and Julian Vesneski were at the net, and I think it was Denker who blocked that one. Now that's the kind of play that makes a hitter think the next time he goes up. 3-1, Natick leads. Poon on serve. His serve is taken by Massa, set by Aronov. Quick spike by Schmid goes into the net. Brookline's fortunes starting to turn at the net, and Poon goes back on serve. His team trails 3-2. Poon up and over, received by Massa, but a little too awkwardly. Aronov keeps it alive. Sent over by Jackson, diving, saved by Orlando Milbauer. And now sent over by Vesneski, kept alive once again. And they somehow almost got a third hit over, but not quite. Awkward bounce off the roof. Some great play on both sides. Some great diving digs to keep things alive. But ultimately some nice hustle by Brookline and some great placement. I believe it was Vesneski who touched it last for Brookline to get that point. Poon on serve. We're all squared at 3. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spiked by Jackson. Deflected. Kept alive by Orlando Milbauer. Kept in by Smagula. Tapped over Orlando Milbauer. And just misses wide. Again, some good hustle by Brookline to keep these points alive after the spikes by the Red Hawks. Kwan on serve. 4-3, Natick leads. Up and over it goes, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer spikes it, great angle there. The diving attempt by Justin Landis could not reach, and we're all squared at 4 apiece. Jacob Smagula, the libero, taking serve for Brookline now. Up and over it goes, taken by Kwan. Set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, kept alive and sent over by Smagula. Taken by Landis, set Aronov, spiked by Schmid. Hits the sideline and they give him the point. Brookline wanted the wide call there, but they didn't get it. Garrett Schmid nicely placed on the cross spike there. Schmid serves it into the net. First miss we've seen from Garrett Schmid is he had 2 long streaks of points in the first set as Kota Sukata checks in for Vesneski, and he'll be taking serve. He's had some problems keeping his serves in early in this match. We are tied at 5 apiece in the first set right now. Sukata sends this one up and over. It's taken by Chan, followed up by Landry, tapped over by Chan. And I think they might have said that Wong touched the net anyway, so Brookline didn't even have a chance to try and dig that one out. Serving now will be number 17, Kendall Jackson. Natick leads 6-5. Jackson's serve goes long, and the point goes right back to Brookline. We're all tied up again, this time at 6 apiece. It'll be Zachary Orlando Milbauer on serve for the Warriors. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Massa. Tapped by Landry. A quick spike. Goes long. That was Luke Rossi on the attempt. Brookline takes the 7-6 lead. Orlando Milbauer on serve again. taken by Kwan, set by Landry, tapped over by Massa, received by Sukata, set by Wong, spike by Poon, dug out, followed up by Landry, spike by Massa is blocked, but not enough. They said it went down, it came down on the Brookline side there. The attempted block there by Nikhil Wong and Wes Price. 7-all now. And I believe this is Rossi on serve now for Natick. His serve dug out by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon goes too far. Poon going for a roll shot there, but just too much air under that one. 8-7, the Natick lead here in the second set. Rossi the serve again, taken by Orlando Milbauer. Awkward follow-up by Smagula. Desperation spike by Price is taken by Rossi. Then followed up by Landry. Spike by Massa goes long. Gosh, some of these spikes are so fast. I just hope I'm moving the camera fast enough. 8 apiece is a couple of substitutions. This is Rich and Danker coming in for Price and Smagula. Rich will be taking the serve. You can hear the Let's Go Brookline chant coming from the Brookline bench. Rich, the serve, taken by Massa, set Landry, spike by Massa, deflected. Are they saying that, they're saying that Massa touched the net on his spike? Natick arguing their case there. The Natick coach very unhappy with the call. But the official's not going to reverse their decision. But Coach Peter Suxo very unhappy as Jason Rich takes the serve, received by Massa, set by Landry, tapped over by Chan, and that goes wide. Good watch there by Jason Rich. 10-8 now the Brookline lead. And we got a timeout called by Natick. Brookline trying to shift the momentum here after Natick took the first set 25-19. Brookline has looked much better. Even on some of the points they've been losing, they've been looking much better than they looked in the first set. Contesting a lot more points at the net. A stronger presence there, more consistent serving. And Natick is starting to become the team that makes the mistakes. It's still a close game. I mean, it feels like it's anybody's set in any given set here, and it's anybody's point on any given point. These two teams very closely matched. And you can see why they are both top 10 programs. Because they both, not only offensively, bring some really nice looking attacks from time to time, but defensively they really force their opponents to attack at angles that they maybe don't want to. You know, strong presence at the net, you know, strong defenders digging out those hits, keeping the points alive, and again, forcing their opponents into uncomfortable positions. The serve is an ace. Great serve out of the timeout by Jason Rich. And Brookline now leads 11-8. Rich, another serve. This one taken by Massa, followed up by Landry. Spike by Massa, misses wide. Again, that's the result of a strong presence at the net. Adam Denker and Nikhil Wong were on the block there. Rich sends this one up and over, dips low, and it has to be sent over on one. Spike by Denker, recovered, and now it's pushed over by Massa, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Long spike, Orlando Milbauer goes into the net. Brookline had the pressure on Natick for most of that point, but just kind of an awkward setup on that last three hits. And as a result, the point goes to Natick. 12-9 now the score, and it'll be Jacob Aronov on serve for the Red Hawks. Aronov sends it up and over. It's taken by Poon, followed up by Wong. Spike by Poon is blocked, kept alive, but not enough. A great presence at the net there by, I believe, Garrett Schmid and Dylan Wireman. 12-10, now the Brookline lead. Aronov back on serve for Natick. Up and over it goes, taken by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Poon, well placed, savvy move. Once again, Schmid and Wireman were there, and Poon learned from the block they put back at him last time, and he just tapped it very well placed for a kill there. 13-10, the Brookline lead, and it'll be Wong on serve, and he sends this one into the net. 13-11 as Natick takes the serve right back. This will be David Massa. Massa sends it up and over, dug out by Smagula, set by Wong, tapped over by Poon, deflected, kept alive, diving recovery, sends it over, taken by Poon, pushed over on two by Wong, and just wide. That was a close one, but a smart watch ultimately by Jacob Aronov. And Natick cuts the lead down to 1, 13-12, the Warriors lead here in the second set. Massa back on serve. Up and over it goes, shallow, taken and then tapped over by Danker on the third hit. Received and now spiked off the net by Massa. He thought maybe it was blocked back, but they say no, that's 4 hits. So Brookline takes the point there off the spike error by David Massa. And it'll be Fletcher Poon on serve for the Warriors. They lead 14-12. Poon sends it over, dug out by Kwan, followed up by Aronov. Tapped over by Jackson, received by Wong, set by Smagula. Roll shots, Vesneski, well placed. Some very nifty topspin on the hit there by Vesneski. Caused it to drop, I think, faster than the Natick defenders were ready for. 15-12, now the Brookline lead. Poon sends it up and over, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson right into the net. Brookline starting to put something together here behind the serves of Fletcher Poon. 16-12, the Warriors lead here in the second set. Trying to knot things up at 1 set apiece. Poon sends it up and over, off the net cord! An ace for Fletcher Poon. And when the lucky bounces like that are going your way, it's easy to feel the momentum. 17-12, Brookline leads Natick here in set number 2. Poon sends it up and over, taken by Jackson, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, dug out by Smagula, being chased after, but they can't get it. Jackson just brings such power when he's set up properly, and it can be really hard to defend those spikes. It'll be Zachary Kwan on serve for the Redhawks. Brookline leads 17-13. Kwan sends it up and over, and it cannot be dug out. An ace for Kwan as Smagula, I think, ran into some traffic trying to chase that one down. Ultimately, could not get the dig. 17-14, Kwan back on serve. Up and over it goes, taken by Poon, set by Wong, spike Vesneski, deflected and then taken by Kwan. Followed up by Aronov, awkward hit over by Schmid, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer gets the spike, but it's dug out and sent back on one. Taken by Vesneski, set by Wong, long tap by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Rossi. Set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, dug out by Poon, sent over on two by Vesneski, sent back by Jackson, taken by Wong, set by Poon, awkward hit by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Jackson, set by Aronov, spiked by Schmidt is blocked, kept alive by Rossi, but they can't get it over, no they can't. Boy, this match is taking it out of me. I'm exhausted just watching these guys. What a rally that one was. Both teams, all players just scratching and clawing for that point. doing whatever they could to send the ball over. 18-14, the Brookline lead as a timeout is called. So Brookline trying to knot this match up at 1 set apiece in this tightly contested matchup between two top 10 programs. Brookline has really been doing much better at getting Natick off their game. I mean, they've still managed to get plenty of clean points off the hard spikes from guys like Jackson and Massa, but it feels like Brookline has minimized that. You know, maybe force them to come off angles they're not quite looking for. Forcing the awkward receives that mean you can't get a perfectly set play. Coming out of the timeout, Jacob Smagula on serve for Brookline. 18-14 the score. Serve taken by Massa, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, missed it wide. Some nice coverage at the net by Julian Vesneski and Wes Price. Smagula back on serve with a 19-14 lead. Up and over it goes, taken by Massa, set by Aronov. The spike by Schmidt is blocked, but blocked wide. That was Zachary Orlando Milbauer going for the spike there. Schmidt will be on serve now. He got them a long streak of points a couple of times in the first set. This serve up and over, taken by Poon. Set by Wong. Spike by Vesneski is blocked wide. Rossi and Jackson on the block attempt there, but didn't have the angle. And so the kill goes to the right side hitter, Julian Vesneski, who now checks out in favor of the new server, Kota Sukata. 20-15, the Brookline lead here in set number 2. Sukata sends this one up and over. It's taken by awkwardly by Massa, set by Landry. The spike by Jackson goes through the hands of Orlando Milbauer, and Smagula couldn't follow it up. Another nice kill by Jackson. And the score is 20-16 in favor of Brookline. Jackson on serve. Sends it up and over. Dug out by Poon. Followed up by Orlando Milbauer. Pushed over by Sukata. Taken by Chan. Followed up by Landry. Spike. No, a tap by Massa. Taken by Sukata. Set by Wong. Spiked by Orlando Milbauer. Goes for another kill. Went off the side of the arms of Harrison Landry. And Brookline now leads 21-16. They are 4 points away from tying this up at 1 set apiece. Orlando Milbauer on the serve, dug out by Massa, followed up by Landry, pushed over by Chan, taken by Price, followed up by Wong. A battle at the net, recovered by Poon, but they're going to give the point to Natick. They're going to say it was an illegal hit. 21-17. It'll be Luke Rossi on serve for Natick. Serve up and over, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is blocked, kept alive, and pushed over by Sukata. Taken by Chan, followed up by Landry, pushed over by Massa, received by Poon, followed up by Price. Long spike by Orlando Milbauer is dug out by Landry, followed up by Rossi, tapped over by Massa, kept alive by Price, set by Wong. Spike by Poon, received by Massa, set by Landry, pushed over by Massa, received by Poon, and we've now got a whistle. They call a double hit, I believe, on Massa, and they give the point to Brookline. But what's really fascinating, early in that point, after the block, the point was kept alive because the ball bounced off of Orlando Milbauer's chest, and then Smagula was able to keep it in play. 22-17, and the serve is barely kept alive by Massa, followed up by Landry, pushed over by Chan, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Nikhil Wong, tapped over by Price, and taken by Massa, and they say that I think Wireman touched the net, or maybe there was a double hit. I'm not sure. Either way, point to Brookline. 23-17, the Warriors now lead. Jason Rich on serve for the Warriors. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Massa, followed up by Landry. Spike by Massa is blocked right back. Nikhil Wong with assistance from Adam Denker. Brookline now at set point after the block. 24-17. Rich brings the serve, drops low but taken. Followed up by Landry, spike by Massa, not blocked well this time. Went off the side of the hands of Nikhil Wong. 24-18, still set point for Brookline. Natick is going to need a streak of 6 points to knot this one up. It'll be Jacob Aronov on the serve for Natick. Aronov sends it over, taken by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Poon, but blocked. Nice block there by Garrett Schmid with some assistance from Dylan Wireman, excuse me. I think I got his name wrong the last time I referenced him. 24-19, Aronov back on serve. Up and over it goes, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spike by Denker, misses wide. Natick staying alive by the seat of their pants here. Still set point for Brookline at 24-20. But Brookline running out of cushion here. Aronov, the serve, taken by Poon, set by Wong, spike Orlando Milbauer, that misses wide. Brookline can't seem to find that finishing point to end the second set. Even if Brookline finishes this set here, these are the kind of last-minute comebacks that can give a team momentum going into the next set. The serve is taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spike by Poon. This one's going to end it. Fletcher Poon ends it by hitting it right through the hands of the attempted blockers. 25-21, Brookline takes the second set, and we are all squared at 1 set apiece. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, and I'll be back with the third set of this match after a mute break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gymnasium in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you the third set of this high school boys volleyball matchup between two top 10 programs from the state of Massachusetts, the hosting 4th-ranked Brookline High Warriors and the visiting 9th-ranked Natick High Redhawks. We are through 2 sets and we are all squared at 1 set apiece. Natick took the first set 25-19. Brookline took the second one 25-21. If I'm Natick coach Peter Suxo, I'm saying keep riding the momentum from that last streak of points you got at set point. Because Brookline had them at about 24-17, and then Natick got 4 straight points to stay in it before Brookline finally finished it on a spike by Fletcher Poon. Looks like Natick will get the opening serve with number 30, Jacob Aronov. Aronov up and over, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Vesneski, dug out by Kwan, but can't be followed up. Julian Vesneski hitting out of the outside hitter position when he usually takes the right side. Slightly different formation from Brookline, maybe because their outside hitter Orlando Milbauer took the first hit. Hard to say, but Fletcher Poon will have the serve as Brookline takes the 1-0 lead. Poon sends it into the net, and it goes right back to Natick. Now that's absolutely what you don't want if you're Brookline. You got much more consistent on the serves in the second set, and you want to keep that going. You don't want to revert back to the early mistakes of the first set. Serve by David Massa, received by Jacob Smagula, set by Nikhil Wong. Zachary Orlando Milbauer with the spike. It's taken by Zachary Kwan, followed up by Aronov, pushed over by Kendall Jackson, received by Fletcher Poon, bit awkwardly but kept in play by Wong, tapped over by Vesneski, and that's another kill. Let's just talk about Nikhil Wong for a second there. He was backing up almost across the middle line, almost in like out of bounds territory if this was a basketball game, and he managed to tap it back in play and set up Vesneski for the kill there. Served by Smagula, received and set and sent over by Jackson, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked over by Vesneski, blocked but kept alive, and they couldn't quite get it over. Vesneski was trying to hit him with a lefty spike there, but nothing doing. Well blocked by Natick. I think that was Rossi and Wireman in the middle of the net there. It'll be Zachary Kwan serving. We are all squared at 2 apiece. Kwan up and over, received by Wes Price. Set by Wong, spiked by Orlando Milbauer, misses. Couldn't quite get over the net. Was going for the cross there, but too narrow an angle. 3-2, the Natick lead. Kwan serves it up and over, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, gets it off the net cord this time. 3-3. Orlando Milbauer just widened his angle a smidge. And once again, it went off the net, but this time dropped on the right side. So we have Kota Sukata checking in for Julian Vesneski. Sukata will take the serve for Brookline. We are all squared at 3 apiece. Sukata off the net cord for an ace. Lucky bounce there for Brookline. And they now take the 4-3 lead. Another serve from Sukata, received, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, is blocked, but blocked wide. Jackson's spikes are indeed powerful, but if Brookline is able to block them, then that could spell trouble for the Redhawks because Jackson's spikes have been one of their best weapons to date. Schmid with the serve, received awkwardly, sent over on 2 by Wong, and he got the point there. That was an awkward return by Fletcher Poon, very close to the net, and somehow Wong got his fingertips on it and placed it at just a good enough angle that he got it past the middle hitters of Natick and into an empty space. Nikhil Wong coming up with some real highlights as a setter this set as the serve from Orlando Milbauer goes into the net. All squared at 5. And we have David Massa checking in for Natick, replacing Justin Landis. It'll be Kendall Jackson taking the serve for Natick. Received by Smagula, set by Wong. Quick spike by Price is blocked, but kept alive by Wong. Followed up by Smagula, tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, taken by, they're trying to get it over. It was well blocked, and now Aronov tries to spike it, and it goes long. Great blocking it there by, I think it was Nikhil Wong again, with some assistance from Wes Price to get Natick on their heels. 6-5 now the Brookline lead as Jason Rich and Adam Denker replace Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. Rich will go on serve. He got a nice streak of points late in the second set to put his team at set point. And now this one drops low but taken by Zachary Kwan. Followed up and sent over on 2 by Aronov. Sent back on 1 by Poon. Received by Kwan. Set Aronov. Tap over by Jackson. Nice dig by Poon. Kept alive by... It was kept alive by Wong, but Denker's third hit bounces off the roof. And so the point will go to Natick. Again, that weird tap-in gym roof playing games with the players here. I think this is Luke Rossi on serve for Natick. It is. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Tapped over by Poon. Received by Massa. Set by Aronov, pushed over by Jackson, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Orlando Milbauer, goes wide. 7-6, the Natick lead. Rossi back on serve. Served by Rossi, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Poon. Diving dig by Rossi, followed up by Aronov, spiked over by Massa, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, quick spike by Denker, hits the corner. Adam Denker providing a nice presence in the middle for Brookline. He got a couple of nice blocks in that second set that really shifted the momentum for the Warriors as Vesneski checks into the game, replacing Sukata. It'll be Nikhil Wong on serve. He's had some highlight-worthy plays already in this third set. Game scored at 7, and Wong sends it straight into the net. Brookline is really reverting back to those erroneous first serves that they were struggling with in the first set. And if they don't fix it, that's going to cost them in this set too. Eight to 7, the Natick lead. Jacob Aronov on serve for the Red Hawks. Up and over it goes. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Tapped over by Vesneski for another kill. The left-handed tap by Julian Vesneski. He's been attacking from all over the court here in this third set. And he's had some really savvy placement on his kills. Fletcher Poon takes over on serve with the set all squared at 8 apiece. Poon serves it over. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov, spike by Massa is blocked, and they're not going to recover that one. That's Adam Denker again. A little assistance from Zachary Orlando Milbauer, but Adam Denker, the big man in the middle. And Brookline takes the 9-8 lead. Poon back on serve, and into the net it goes, and we're all squared up back at 9. I feel like a broken record, but Brookline's got to fix that. I mean, they were playing really well when the points are played out, but they're not getting the points to play out off their serves. This serve is received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Vesneski is blocked. Kendall Jackson and Dylan Wireman in the middle there. And Natick takes the 10-9 lead. It's David Massa on serve for the Red Hawks. Up and over it goes. Received by Orlando Milbauer, followed up by Wong. The long tap by Orlando Milbauer drops right in the middle of everybody. Some really nice placement there by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. He gets another kill. 10 apiece here. Both teams still looking for some momentum. Maybe Brookline can get some from Jacob Smagula. He's been a pretty consistent server thus far. And he sends this one up and over. It's received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Spike by Schmidt is blocked, but recovered by Aronov. Followed up by Kwan, bumped over by Jackson. Received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike by Price, well placed. Great angle on the spike by Wes Price to keep it away from Jackson and Wireman and drop it right at the feet of Aronov. 11-10, Brookline now leads as Justin Landis subs in for Natick, replacing David Massa. Smagula back on serve for the Warriors. They now lead Natick 11-10. Another serve goes in, received by Wireman, set by Aronov. Spike by Jackson, goes for the kill. Wong was kicking himself for that one. I think he might have wanted to watch it and see if maybe it went wide, but it can be so hard to make that move when your instinct is to go after the ball. 11-all, and Zachary Kwan on serve for the Red Hawks. Up and over it goes, dug out by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Spike by Orlando Milbauer is blocked. Nice play there by Luke Rossi with assistance from Garrett Schmid. Kwan back on serve. Natick leads 12-11. Serve dug out by Poon, followed up awkwardly by Wong. Long roll shot off the net court by Orlando Milbauer, recovered by Natick, almost touched the net, but the spike by Schmid goes off, received by Wong, set by Vesneski, and I think they're going to call it a double hit. They are going to call it a double hit against Julian Vesneski. Wild sequence there, but ultimately the point goes to Natick. 13-11, the Red Hawks lead here in set number 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece in the match. And Natick now trying to pull ahead behind the serves of Zachary Kwan. Received by Poon, set by Wong, spiked by Price, and he buries that one. Wes Price providing some really nice spikes out of the middle hitter position. As we now got Kota Sukata checking in for Vesneski so he can take over the serve. 13-12, Natick leads. Kota Sukata bringing the serve for the Warriors. Up and over it goes. Received awkwardly by Jackson, kept alive by Rossi, but no third hit there. All squared now at 13. We've had a tie at just about every point possible this set. I think we've maybe had 1 or 2 leads of more than 1 point. Sukata the serve, received by Jackson, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, goes for the kill. Price couldn't block that one. It went off the side of his arms. And Natick retakes the lead, 14-13. Garrett Schmid now on serve for Natick. Schmid sends it up and over, taken awkwardly by Orlando Milbauer, and it goes to nobody. So after the ace, Schmid returns to serve. His team now up 15-13. Up and over it goes, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is dug out by Kwan, followed up by Aronov. Tapped over by Jackson, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong. Tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, received by Jackson. Set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, misses wide. 15-14, now the score in favor of Natick here in the third set as Brookline takes their serve back. Zachary Orlando Milbauer will take the serve for the Warriors. As you can hear the chant coming from the 2 benches. Let's go Brookline and let's go Natick. Orlando Milbauer's serve, received by Landis, followed up by Aronov. Tapped over, received by Smagula. Diving save by Wong, and then bumped over by Smagula. Received by Kwan, set by Aronov. The spike by Rossi goes for the kill. Luke Rossi, the middle hitter, comes up with a big kill there. And Natick goes back up by 2, 16-14. Massa checks it back in, replacing Landis. And on serve now will be Kendall Jackson. Both teams still looking for the momentum to pull away for a bigger lead. Jackson the serve, dug out by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Price. Was blocked slightly by Rossi, but brought down on his own side. So another kill for Wes Price, as now Jason Rich and Adam Denker check in, replacing Price and Smagula. Rich will go back on serve. 16-15 the score in favor of Natick. Rich the serve, received by Massa. Set, Aronov tried to send that over on 2, but couldn't get it over. All squared at 16 apiece. A nice idea by Jacob Aronov, but just not quite the angle there. Rich serves it, dug out by Massa, and a battle at the net, recovered by Aronov, long spike by Schmid, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, tapped over by Poon, taken by Jackson, set by Aronov, tapped by Massa, tapped back by Denker, received by Aronov, set by Kwan, tapped over by Massa, and now a battle at the net, won by Natick but dug out by Rich, followed up by Wong, bumped over by Rich, now taken by Jackson, tapped by Aronov, tapped over by Rossi, Brookline keeping it alive, and sent back over by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Rossi, kept alive for a second by Rich, but it goes off the wall. How about that rally there? Smagula checks back in for Rich, and Natick takes the 17-16 lead. The serve by Rossi, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Poon through the blockers, but recovered by Rossi, and sent over, back by Wong, and now a spike missed wide by Wireman. Aronov was looking for a deflection call, didn't get it though, and we're all squared at 17 apiece as Vesneski checks in for Brookline, replacing Kota Sukata. It'll be Nikhil Wong on serve for the Warriors. All knotted up at 17 here in set number 3. Wong the serve, received by Jackson, followed up by Aronov, tapped over by Massa, received by Wong, followed up by Smagula. Long roll shot by Orlando Milbauer, received by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, goes for the kill. Vesneski couldn't get the angle on his block attempt there, and Natick takes the lead, 18-17. It'll be Aronov back on serve for the Red Hawks. Aronov's serve is received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong. Spike attempt by Denker, dug out and sent back by Denker. Now they're trying to get it back. They barely do on the third hit by Wireman. Received by Vesneski, set by Wong. Long spike Orlando Milbauer, taken by Aronov, sent over on 2 by Schmid. And it was a nice long shot that's being followed up by Brookline with help from the backboard. They get it over. Aronov receives it. Kwan the second hit. Spike by Massa, blocked but wide. I thought I'd seen everything in this match. And then I saw Brookline getting some assistance from the raised basketball backboards to keep the ball in play. They ultimately didn't take the point, and now they call a timeout. But that was crazy. A well-placed push by Garrett Schmid put Brookline on their heels. Orlando Milbauer made a desperation first hit that then ricocheted off the raised basketball hoop you can see there at the top of your screen. And then it just managed to deflect it just the right way. That I think it was Wong who was able to get a desperation second hit, or maybe Smagula. Somebody was able to get it back over. But of course, Natick staying on their toes. They stayed with the play and managed to get a spike off that was that could not be blocked at the right angle. 19-17, the Red Hawks lead the Warriors here in the third set. A critical set here, as whoever takes this set will be one set away from winning the match. Out of the timeout, the two teams come. Aronov back on serve for Natick. Up and over. Received by Smagula. Set by Wong. Spike Vesneski. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spike by Massa. Blocked but right into their own net. Denker couldn't get the angle on that one. And now Natick reaches the 20-point threshold. 20-17, the visitors now lead. They're getting a number of points here from the serves of Jacob Aronov. Up and over it goes. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon. Goes long but received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Out of position but sent over by Schmid. Received by Wong. And now some confusion. Julian Vesneski and Jacob Smagula bumped into each other. Lack of communication there. As for the first time today, we're going to see Brookline's number 23, Toby Mendels, as he checks into the game, replacing Adam Denker. Aronov back on the serve. His team up 21-17. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon. Received by Aronov, and no one there to follow it up. Bit off angle on the receive by Jacob Aronov, and Kwan couldn't get into the right spot. Fletcher Poon now taking the serve for Brookline. They trail Natick 21-18. They're going to need a string of points if they're going to come back in this late stage of the set. Poon sends it up and over, received by Kwan, set by Aronov. The spike by Massa misses wide. Brookline gets a bit of a break there, and they cut the lead to 2. And we got a timeout now called by Natick. 21-19, the score in favor of Natick. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage here at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Again, if I'm mispronouncing anyone's names or getting anything else wrong, feel free to correct me in the live chat. Or if you just want to send your support out to your favorite team and favorite players, feel free to put that into the live chat. If you're enjoying the broadcast, feel free to drop a like on the video just to let me know how y'all are feeling. I mean, I've been having a great time so far with this match. This has been a thriller. One set apiece for these two top 10 ball clubs, and now a narrow 2-point lead for Natick here in the third set. 21-19 the tally. As we come out of the timeout, Brookline on serve, trying to make the comeback late here in the third set. Fletcher Poon on the serve, his team trailing by 2. Poon the serve, received by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Schmid, goes long. Schmid wanted the deflection call. A number of Natick players wanted the deflection call, but they didn't get it. 21-20, it is a 1-point game. For the second straight set, both teams are going to reach at least 20 points. Poon the serve, received by Kwan, followed up by Aronov, bumped over by Massa, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spike by Mendels, sent over on one, and Mendels whiffs. And I think Mendels even touched the net when he whiffed, so it didn't even matter. Tough luck there as Natick now takes the 22-20 lead. The serve by Massa, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, diving dig, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike again Orlando Milbauer, dug out this time by Kwan, followed up by Aronov. pushed over by Jackson, received by Wong, followed up by Smagula. Long bump over by Poon, received by Kwan, set by Aronov again. Spike by Schmidt is blocked! Zachary Orlando Milbauer got the block there with the assist by Toby Mendels. Now it looks like we got a Wes Price coming in, replacing Toby Mendels there. Brookline trails 22-21, and it is Jacob Smagula on serve. Smagula has been very consistent getting it over the net thus far, and he continues it. Received by Massa, set by Aronov. Spike, received by Smagula, set by Price. Tapped over Orlando Milbauer, received by Jackson, set by Aronov. Pushed over by Jackson, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong. Spiked by Vesneski is blocked, kept alive by Price. Pushed over by Wong. Received by Aronov, followed up by Kwan. Spiked by Jackson, goes for the kill. (23-21) Natick leads. They are 2 points away from taking this coveted third set. Brookline just 2 points away from tying this one back up. Zachary Kwan on serve for the Redhawks. Here in the late stages of another tightly contested set. Up and over it goes, received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, received by Kwan, followed up awkwardly by Aronov and bumped over by Kwan, received by Poon, set by Wong, spiked by Price, gets another kill! Another great cross angle by Wes Price out of the middle hitter position, and it's back to a 1 point lead, 23-22. Vesneski checks out for Sukata, who will take the serve. And it is a critical serve here from Kota Sukata. A point for Brookline knots things up. A point for Natick gives them set point. The serve by Sukata is taken by Jackson, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, and that one goes for the kill. Set point for Natick. Kendall Jackson so lethal on that third hit. And after a timeout, it'll be Garrett Schmid on the serve for Natick, 24-22. That was a tough point to lose for Brookline, and a clutch spike by Kendall Jackson on Natick's side. As I said, a point for Brookline would have knotted things up at 23 apiece and essentially turned this into a deuce situation like in tennis. But instead, Natick has 2 set points before it turns into a win by 2 situation. Natick took the first set 25-19. Brookline took the second set 25-21. Natick now 1 point away from taking this third set here as they lead 24-22. What a tightly contested battle this has been throughout so far. The two teams coming out of the timeout. Garrett Schmid, a reliable server for Natick so far today, and he gets the crucial position of serving with set point. The serve up. Received awkwardly by Poon, followed up by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, dug out by Massa, followed up by Aronov. Pushed over by Jackson, received by Poon, set by Wong. Another spike by Orlando Milbauer, and this one's not going to be dug out. The two teams trading clutch spikes. This one a big kill by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. 24-23, still set point for Natick. Orlando Milbauer on the serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Massa. Followed up by Jackson. Bumped over by Rossi. Taken by Sukata. Set by Wong. Quick spike by Price. They can't get it over. We're all squared. 24-24, and we are now in win by 2 territory. 25 points will not be enough in this set. Orlando Milbauer back on the serve. And this one's going to sail long. Natick back on set point after all that. Off the faulty serve by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. And it'll be Kendall Jackson on the serve for the Red Hawks as they try and take the third set once again. Up and over it goes, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, is blocked but not enough. Aronov and Rossi were trying for it there, but they brought it too far down. We're all squared once again, 25-25. Jason Rich and Toby Mendels checking in, replacing Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. It'll be Rich on serve here, trying to put Brookline at set point. 25-25 we are at here in set number 3. Rich the serve, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov, tapped over by Rossi, received by Rich, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, is blocked, but blocked wide. Again, Rossi and Aronov didn't get the angle they needed. 26-25 Brookline, and we got a timeout called. The Brookline Warriors have fought off 3 set points already in this one set. And now they have set point. It just goes to show how critical this third set is, as this could make or break the match. A closely fought set like this can swing momentum more than anything else, really, especially when the two teams are already all tied up and you're in the middle of the match. How this finishes could decide how the rest of this goes. And right now, after fighting off 3 set points, it is Brookline on the cusp of winning this one. They send out their lineup of Jason Rich, Kota Sukata, Nikhil Wong, Toby Mendels, Fletcher Poon, and Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Rich will have the serve for Brookline. 26-25 the score. Serve up and over, taken by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, instant kill! Natick says, hey, we can fight off set points too. 26-26. Can you tell these are 2 of the top 10 programs in the state right now? Luke Rossi on the serve for Natick. All squared at 26 apiece. Serve goes up and over. Dug out by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Tapped over by Poon. It just goes over the net cord. Fletcher Poon cutting it close with that one, but he does ultimately get the kill. Julian Vesneski checks in, replacing Kota Sukata. And it'll be Nikhil Wong on serve. Set point again for Brookline, 27-26. Can Wong finish it off? Wong the serve. Received awkwardly, followed up by Aronov. Spiked by Massa, blocked back! Julian Vesneski with help from Toby Mendels. Brookline takes the ever-important third set, 28-26. What a thriller that was, and what a way to end it. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm having fun, and I hope you are, wherever you're watching from. Looks like we're going to have a short break between sets with how long that one went. Instead of the usual 2-minute break, it looks like we're just going to have a 1-minute break. So I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to go to a mute break. I'm going to stick with you as we get ready to start the 4th set. Okay, looks like we're going to have a slightly longer break than anticipated as the clock is frozen at 20 seconds. So I will take a short mute break and be right back. Stay tuned. And I'm back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gymnasium in Brookline, Massachusetts. We are about to head into set number 4 of what has been a hard-fought, drag-em-out contest thus far between the 4th-ranked Brookline High Warriors and the 9th-ranked Natick High Redhawks. The visiting Redhawks took the early momentum, winning the first set 25-19. Brookline took the second set 25-21. And then the third set turned into an absolute thriller. We had to go into win by 2 territory, and ultimately it was Brookline that finished. They get the last point of the set off a stellar block by number 18, Julian Vesneski, with the assist coming from number 23, Toby Mendels, up at the net. 28-26 was the final score of that one. Fittingly, Brookline finished with as many points as the jersey number of their final winning server, Nikhil Wong. I love little number coincidences like that, so I just felt I would mention it. 2-1 Brookline leads, and they, after winning a hard-fought set like that, have plenty of momentum going their way. They're 1 set away from victory. And they just pulled out in the biggest step-up situation. They stepped up. Wong continues to serve. The first point of this one received by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa. There, I think they gave him the deflection call. They did. So Massa gets the kill off the deflection. I believe that was Vesneski and Denker who were going for the block there, and it went off their fingertips and went long, but because it went off their fingertips, point to Natick. Massa follows up with the serve. It's received by Poon, set by Wong, spiked by Poon off the deflection, received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Tapped, but not over. Kendall Jackson was trying to go for a tap there. He was too far away from the net to go for a clean spike, and Vesneski and Denker were providing pressure at the net, and he just didn't get enough air under that one. 1 apiece as Fletcher Poon is taking the serve for Brookline. Up and over it goes, received by Massa, set by Aronov, spiked by Schmidt, is blocked, kept alive by Jackson, followed up by Aronov, pushed over by Jackson, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Orlando Milbauer, is dug out by Kwan, followed up by Aronov, and then bumped over by Jackson, dug out by Poon, set by Wong, but not enough. Some great plays there on both sides, but how about Jacob Aronov getting the second hit off the bounce off the roof? The Tappan Street Gym roof is not kind to players, but he was able to make it work that time. Kwan with the serve, received by Poon, set by Wong, and Denker's spike goes into the net. Three to 1, the Natick lead early here in the 4th set. Brookline leads 2-1. Served by Kwan, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Orlando Milbauer, hits the corner! Great spike by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. How many great kills has he gotten as Wes Price checks in, replacing Adam Denker. It'll be Jacob Smagula on serve. Up and over it goes, dug out by, I believe, Massa, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, is taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spike Orlando Milbauer, goes long. The lead is now 4-2 in favor of Natick here in the 4th set. Garrett Schmid back on serve for the Redhawks. Serve is up, received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Vesneski is deflected and then taken by Aronov, followed up by Kwan. Punched over by Jackson, taken by Poon, set by Wong, spiked by Price, dove and taken, and they're going to get the point off of that. Great dig by Garrett Schmid, got him the point on that one. A little confusion on Brookline's side. If they had gotten that point, it would have been lucky anyway, as Price almost whiffed on his spike attempt, but just got it with his fingertips. 5-2, the Natick lead. Schmid back on serve. Received awkwardly by Poon, followed up by Price. Tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, and he gets the point. A low trajectory off the tap by Orlando Milbauer, and the block attempt by Rossi went right into his own net. 5-3, Natick leads, as Kota Sukata will be taking the serve after checking in for Julian Vesneski. Sukata brings the serve off the net cord, but received by Massa, followed up by Aronov. Spiked by Jackson, dug out by Smagula, sent over on two by Price. Received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Tapped over by Rossi, received by Wong, set by Price. Awkward spike by Orlando Milbauer, received by Jackson, set by Aronov. Tapped over by Rossi, kept alive by Sukata, kept alive by Kwan. Taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, and it's dug out. Received by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Price, kept alive by Jackson, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, deflected by Wong, and kept alive by Price. Set by Wong, tapped over by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Aronov. A bit of a double hit there, and then Jackson sends it over desperately. Price spikes it back, received by Schmid, Aronov, and then the spike by Jackson is kept alive again. A battle at the net, kept alive, trying to battle it over, and ultimately Natick takes the point. What was that? That was absolute madness. It's a shame someone had to lose a point like that. So many hustle plays, deflections, digs off of hard spikes. How did that point last that long? That point had no right lasting that long. But ultimately, after two battles at the net, Natick takes the point and they go up 6-3. We got a bit of a pause in the action here. I'm not sure what for. It looks like it'll be Kendall Jackson taking the serve for the Redhawks as they currently lead the Warriors 6-3. Serve by Jackson, received by Poon, set by Wong. Quick spike by Price is blocked, and they can't keep that one alive. Nicely played by Luke Rossi and David Massa. Natick now up 7-3. Jackson back on serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Poon, followed up by Wong. Spike by Orlando Milbauer, and it's sent back, and they keep it alive, and Rossi taps it over. Orlando Milbauer takes it, set by Wong. Another spike by Orlando Milbauer, wide. Natick pulling away here. And a timeout is called by Brookline as Natick leads early, 8-3. This has got to be one of the most substantial early leads that any of these teams has taken so far in this match. And you have to wonder, if you're on the Brookline side, you have to wonder if these players are maybe resting on their laurels a bit after such a hard-fought win in the third set. Like maybe they expected the momentum to just automatically carry over, but Natick has responded really well here in this fourth set. Again, the score, Brookline 2 sets, Natick 1, but here in the fourth set, Natick has the lead 8-3 and is currently on track to tie this up and send it into a fifth set. A reminder, each set is first to 25, win by 2, but if this goes to a fifth set, that fifth set will be first to 15, win by 2. That, of course, is in the event that Natick wins this set and keeps the match going. Coming out of the timeout, it will still be Kendall Jackson on serve for Natick. There's the whistle, and we're ready to get back into the action. Jackson the serve. Dug out awkwardly by Poon. Set by Wong. Orlando Milbauer gets a clean spike that time. Hand to hardwood from Zachary Orlando Milbauer, and Brookline takes back the serve and cuts the lead down to 4. Got to keep those serves in, though. And it'll be Zachary Orlando Milbauer. We'll be trying to keep this one in. This one is wide. Orlando Milbauer, he's been a great outside hitter getting those kills, but his serves have been troublingly inconsistent today. He's had a number of crucial misses that have given momentum right back to the opponent. Luke Rossi on serve for Natick. Received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike by Poon is blocked, but blocked wide. That was Aronov and Wireman trying to block the spike by Fletcher Poon. And now we have a couple substitutions for Brookline. That is Jason Rich and Toby Mendels replacing Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. Rich will have the serve for the Warriors as they trail 9-5. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Massa, followed up by Aronov. Bumped over by Massa. Received by Poon. Set by Wong. No, sent over on 2, and he gets the kill on that one. Smart, sneaky play by Nikhil Wong. And great placement on the sneak attack there. 9-6 now the Natick lead. Another serve by Rich. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spike by Massa, deflected, and then taken by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon. Received awkwardly by Jackson. Kept in play by Kwan. Pushed over by Aronov. Received by Poon. Set by Wong. Spike by Poon through the blockers for the kill. 9-7 now the score, and Brookline already looking much sharper out of that timeout. Since the timeout, they have outscored Natick 4-1. Rich back on serve. Up and over it goes. Received by Jackson. Set by Aronov for nobody, I guess. I don't know, maybe he was setting up for Wireman, but Wireman thought he was a decoy. Maybe he was expecting Jackson to come over, but he didn't. Either way, just a mistake there from Natick. Rich now serving. Dug out by Kwan. Followed up by Aronov. Tapped over by Massa. Dug out by Rich. Followed up by Wong. Spike by Orlando Milbauer. Natick keeping it in play. Wireman sends it over, but sends it over wide. Brookline knots this one up at 9 apiece. Some nice defensive plays on both sides, but ultimately it was Natick who made the mistake first. Rich sends it over. Taken awkwardly by Kwan. Followed up by Massa. Bumped over by Schmid. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Spiked by Poon through the blockers again. Fletcher Poon starting to find his rhythm here in the 4th set. And Brookline finding the lead 10-9. Jason Rich leading a great streak of points for Brookline as his serve is in once again. Received by Jackson. Set Aronov. Spiked by Massa. That one's a kill. No question about that one from David Massa. Score tied up at 10 apiece again. And it'll be Jacob Smagula replacing Jason Rich. We got a bit of a stoppage here for a second as everybody gets properly aligned. It'll be Jacob Aronov bringing the serve for Natick. We are all squared at 10 apiece here in set number 4. Aronov's serve is received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Tapped by Mendels. Sent back on 1 by Aronov. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Roll shot by Poon. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spiked by Massa. Received by Poon. Set by Wong. Long spike by Sukata. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Spike by Schmid is dug out by Orlando Milbauer, but bounces awkwardly off the roof. Again, just to show you, you can see there's pipes running along the roof, so you get all these weird bounces when it goes off the ceiling. 11-10, Natick now leads. Aronov back on serve. Dug out by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, is blocked cleanly this time, sent back over on two by Mendels, now sent back over by Schmid, received by Sukata, set by Wong, a tap by Mendels, a bit awkward but received by Natick, spiked back by Poon, but they're going to say his hand hit the net. Some nice fight from both sides, but ultimately it was Brookline that made the first mistake. Aronov sends it over, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, goes through the blockers this time, 12-11. They blocked it back last time, but not this time. And you gotta love the confidence from Fletcher Poon as Julian Wisniewski checks back into the game, replacing Kota Sukata. After you get blocked right in your face like that, to just go back to the exact same play against the exact same guys in the exact same position and say, no, I'm winning the point this time. Wong on the serve. It's dug out, but off the wall. That's going to be an ace for Nikhil Wong. David Massa got it off a weird angle off his arms, and now we're all squared at 12 apiece. Wong bringing the serve again, received by Massa, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, dug out by Wong, kept alive by Smagula, long spike by Orlando Milbauer, dug out by Aronov, but they can't follow it up. Man, when you get a long spike like that that just drops into a spot nobody's in, that's just frustrating. Nikhil Wong stays on serve. Brookline back up top, 13-12. The serve is received by Kwan, set by Aronov. Tapped over by Massa, received by Poon, set by Wong. Tapped over by Wisniewski, well placed. Great kill by Julian Wisniewski, and can we just talk about that read by Fletcher Poon? He faked going for the block, but read the tap from David Massa perfectly so that he could receive it. Great defensive play by Poon to set up the kill for Wisniewski. Wong with the serve, received by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, goes long this time. Brookline starting to build some momentum here in the fourth set. They now lead Natick 15-12. Before it was Jason Rich leading the comeback attempt, and now it is Nikhil Wong leading their streak to pull ahead. Off the net cord, received by Massa, followed up by Aronov, tapped over by Massa, kept alive by Smagula, being chased, but nobody there. Smagula made a good effort trying to chase down the far tap by David Massa, but he couldn't get a good angle on it, and nobody was going to be able to chase that one down. 15-13 the score. David Massa back on serve. Up and over it goes, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked Wisniewski, taken by Kwan, followed up by Jackson, spiked into the net by Massa. The spike by Julian Wisniewski put Natick on their heels, and they couldn't quite get a good enough angle to get it back over. Justin Landis replaces David Massa for Natick, and it'll be Fletcher Poon on serve for the Warriors. 16-13, Brookline leads. And they, of course, also lead 2-1. Poon the serve. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. The spike is blocked. Recovered by Schmid, and then Aronov, and now a long spike by Kwan. Received by Poon. Set and spike by Mendels goes for the kill. Off the assist from Nikhil Wong, Toby Mendels got a nice clean spike from the middle on that one. He's been having trouble timing them from time to time here, but clean spike there, and a timeout is called by Natick. Brookline leads 17-13, but these timeouts can be useful for quality programs like this. For just one example, Brookline was trailing 8-3 when they called their timeout early in this set. Since then, they have outscored Natick 14-5 and completely flipped the script on this set. Two great streaks of points off the serves of Jason Rich and Nikhil Wong. And so Brookline now stands 8 points away from victory here in this marquee matchup between top 10 programs. Natick comes out of the timeout. They've still got the same roster: Aronov, Kwan, Landis, Wireman, Schmid, and Jackson. Brookline sends out their roster of Poon, Wong, Smagula, Mendels, Vesneski, and Orlando Milbauer. 17-13, the Brookline lead. Poon with the serve, received by Kwan, set by Aronov, tapped by Jackson, and he forcibly taps it through the blockers. Vesneski and Mendels were there to try and stop it, but a nice curve on the angle there by Kendall Jackson gets the kill. 17-14. Zachary Kwan on serve. Up and over it goes, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, dug out by Kwan, kept alive, sent over on two, received by Mendels. Pushed over by Wong and kept alive by Kwan again. Followed up by Aronov. Pushed over by Jackson, received by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Vesneski deflected, but they're gonna say someone hit the net. One of the blockers, either Luke Rossi or Kendall Jackson, touched the net on their attempted block of Vesneski's spike. Brookline now up 18-14 as we have Wes Price checking in, replacing Toby Mendels. Smagula the serve, received by Kwan, set by Aronov, spiked by Jackson, deflected and dug out by Smagula, but goes wide. Garrett Schmid will take the serve for Natick. They trail Brookline 18-15. Still anybody's set by this point. We know both these programs are capable of coming back from big deficits. The serve is taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is gonna go for the kill. Yes, it is. After a weird bounce around the bars of the raised basketball hoop, ultimately it bounces to a place nobody could get it. Kota Sukata checking in for Vesneski to take the serve for Brookline as they lead Natick 19-15. Brookline inching ever closer to victory here as Sukata brings the serve. Received awkwardly by Landis, followed up by Kwan, bumped over by Rossi, taken by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Price, and kept alive by Jackson, set by Aronov. Spiked by Jackson is dug out by Poon, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is dug out by Kwan and followed up by Rossi, but after the awkward bounce off the ceiling, Landis can't get the third hit. 20-15, Brookline leads. 5 points away from winning the match. Natick 5 points away from tying this fourth set. Kota Sukata back on serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Jackson, set by Aronov. Spike by Jackson is blocked, and they try and send it over, nothing doing. Great block by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. 21-15, Brookline feeling all the momentum right now. Sukata the serve, dug out by Jackson, set by Aronov, pushed over by Jackson, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer, perfect kill. 22-15, and we got a timeout called by Natick. Brookline, they can taste the victory at this point, 3 points away. Natick needs 10 points to tie up this match at 2 sets apiece. Brookline just feeling the momentum right now. The score was once 18-15 Natick, but Brookline has scored 4 straight points to pull away here. And they are sitting on a very comfortable lead right now. I mean, for how close so much of this match has been, I mean, I mean, maybe once in the first set have we seen a team go up by this much. Of course, Natick won the first set by 6 points. And Brookline had about a 7-point lead when they were at match point in the second set, but since the end of that second set, it's been so unbelievably close that this lead almost feels like something strange. Sukata out of the timeout, back to serves, and his serve goes long. So Natick gets the first point out of the timeout off a faulty serve, and the lead is now Brookline 22, Natick 16. Kendall Jackson taking the serve for Natick as David Massa checks in, replacing Justin Landis. Serve by Jackson, received by Poon. A battle at the net, won by Natick, but then sent back over by Price. Now the set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, goes for a kill. Natick trying to claw their way back into the momentum. They now trail Brookline by 5, 22-17. Jackson back on serve for the Redhawks. Serve up and over, dug out by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer is blocked. Great effort by Luke Rossi with the assist from Jacob Aronov. 22-18. Out of this timeout, Natick has gone on a 3-0 run to cut down on the Brookline lead. Jackson the serve, dug out by Poon, kept alive by Wong, bumped over by Smagula, received by Jackson, set by Aronov, tapped over and well placed by Luke Rossi. A 4-0 run out of the timeout by the Natick Redhawks. It was started by a faulty serve from Kota Sukata, but since then, they've been stringing together these played-out points. Kendall Jackson, his team down by 3. He serves. Received by Orlando Milbauer. Set by Wong. Tapped over by Price. Received by Jackson. Set by Aronov. Spiked by Massa is blocked. Kept alive by Jackson. Hit over by Schmid. Hit back by Orlando Milbauer. Schmid takes it again. Set by Aronov. Tap by Massa. Received by Price. Set by Wong. Roll shot by Orlando Milbauer. Received by Jackson. Set by Aronov. Spiked by Massa. Dug out by Smagula. Then Wong, and then pushed over by Sukata. Received by Kwan. Set by Aronov. Tapped over again by Rossi, and they can't keep this one alive. Luke Rossi has been lethal with those cross taps, and oh no, we've got an injury. Oh no. Oh no, he's grabbing his leg. Oh no, I think that's Nikhil Wong. Oh no. Man, I don't care which team you're playing for. You don't want to see this. Hopefully it's just like a cramp or something. Nikhil Wong has been all over the place for Brookline today. A great consistent server. A great setter. Hustling on defensive plays here and there. Even making blocks at the net from time to time. And look at this Warrior. He's standing back up. And he's not even checking out. We got a timeout called, so maybe he'll check out, but I mean, I don't know. Is he coming back in? I mean, whenever you see a guy grab his leg, you always get concerned. Like, maybe it's just a cramp, but if it's not, it could be something that could keep you out for a very long time. And Nikhil Wong is not someone that the Brookline Warriors want to lose. Like I said, he does so much for this team. You know, consistent off the serves, really effective on sets, you know, helpful on the defensive efforts as well, and even some time blocking in the middle. But right now they've got another setter warming up. This is number 2, Corey Zetto, who has not seen the floor yet today, but he might be taking over as the setter for Nikhil Wong. I mean, that's the thing about setters. They're so critical to every single point that usually they are playing a lot more playtime than just about anybody else. So out of the injury timeout, Corey Zetto will check in for Brookline, along with Wes Price, Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Fletcher Poon, Jacob Smagula, and Kota Sukata. Natick comes back out onto the floor. They only trail by 2 now. They have scored 5 unanswered points to try and mount this comeback here in the 4th set. 22-20, Brookline leads. Kendall Jackson has strung together 4 straight service points. And he takes the floor along with Zachary Kwan, Garrett Schmid, Jacob Aronov, David Massa, and I believe, yes, Luke Rossi. Brookline making sure they've got their defensive alignment right as they get ready for the serve from Jackson. Serve is up and away, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zetto. Spike by Orlando Milbauer goes for the kill. Now that's confidence boosting for the backup setter, Corey Zetto. His first set leads to an assist. We got a couple substitutions. This is Toby Mendels and Jason Rich coming in, replacing Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. Rich has been a great server for Brookline, and they are 2 points away from winning this whole thing. And we got some whistles stopping the play. What? There's a bit of confusion as the ball's being rolled back and forth between the two sides. The officials trying to clarify some things. What did Brookline run out of substitutions or something? I am confused. And it looks like the folks on the court are confused as well. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe they weren't quite sure where they were in the cycle. Maybe they weren't quite sure whose turn it was to serve. It's confusing, to be sure. The score is 23-20 in favor of Brookline. Brookline, of course, also leads 2 sets to 1. Right now, the score is 19-25, 25-21, 28-26 through the first 4 sets, with Brookline taking the 2-1 lead as a result. And now they lead 23-20, and it looks like the serve is actually to Zachary Orlando Milbauer. And so Price and Smagula are coming back in because it wasn't the right time to sub in Rich and Mendels. So while the Let's Go Brookline chants rage on, the officials trying to clear up this confusion. And as one of the commenters in the live chat, Nate Yee, said, Nikhil has been awesome. He's not wrong. As I said, Nikhil Wong was everywhere up to this point, and we certainly, I think everyone, regardless of which side you're cheering for, hopes that young man is okay and that he'll be able to return to the court sooner rather than later, especially this late in the season with playoffs around the corner. But regardless, it is now Corey Zetto's show as the setter, and his first set of the match did turn into a kill for Zachary Orlando Milbauer, who now does have the serve for Brookline. Brookline 2 points away from winning this match. Natick 3 points away from tying this up and turning it into a win by 2 set. The serve from Orlando Milbauer is dug out by Kwan, tapped over on 2 by Aronov, recovered by Zetto, followed up by Sukata, sent over by Poon, received by Schmid, set by Aronov, spiked by Massa, Blocked, but not high enough. They keep it alive. They lose the battle at the net, but they recover again. Orlando Milbauer sends it wide. Strong battle there. I don't know how Brookline kept alive as long as they did after they flubbed the block, but somehow they did. But still ultimately lost the point. 23-21. Natick 2 points away from tying it, and it's Luke Rossi on the serve now for the Redhawks. Rossi serve up and over, dug up by Smagula, and Zetto whiffs on the set. 23-22. It's now a 1-point game. Rossi, the serve, received by Smagula, followed up by Zetto this time, tapped over by Poon, and he's got the kill. Not sure if that set was exactly where Poon wanted it, but a nice left-handed tap gets Brookline the point. They are at match point now, and now they make the substitution. Toby Mendels and Jason Rich come in, and Jason Rich will be serving for the match here. An encouraging sign from Brookline. Nikhil Wong is standing up on the sidelines, but now on this point, a battle lost at the net by Brookline. Set by Zetto, spiked by Orlando Milbauer, and that's going to do it! (25-22), the fourth set score, the last point won by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Natick won the battle at the net in that point, and they put Brookline on their heels, but some nice recovery to set up the last kill by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. A nice drop shot right into no man's land that nobody was ready to recover. Our final score here at Tappan Street Gym. Brookline 3 sets, Natick 1. Brookline staves off the upset attempt by the number 9 Redhawks and maintains their authority as the number 4 ranked team in the state. Brookline's record improves to 10-2 on the year, while Natick's drops to 8-4. Our set scores over the course of this match: the underdog Redhawks took the first set 25-19. Brookline battled back though. They took the second set 25-21, won a critical dead heat in the third set 28-26, and then finished the job in the fourth and ultimately final set 25-22. So a great match there from Brookline. And as we head towards the tail end of the season and eventually the playoffs, I hope to be able to cover many more great matches here at Tappan Street Gym. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Tappan Street Gym, and if you like my broadcasts, you want to stay up to date on what I've got coming up, you can follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description of this video. I am doing this as an unpaid volunteer, so if you are feeling generous, I have a PayPal and a Venmo account. Again, links in the description. And I do accept certain requests. If you want to request a certain game, or if you want to request a special type of video being made, I can make highlight videos of your favorite teams, games, or players if you would like to make a gift like that perhaps. And you can reach out to me for details about those kind of requests at my email, jgms88@gmail.com. Again, that is in the description as well. So for the last time here at Tappan Street Gym for today, Brookline 3, Natick 1. The set score 19-25, 25-21, 28-26, 25-22. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, signing off. Thank you all for watching.